This review has been a long time coming. 2 years, in fact. I've carried this Phalanx Defense Stealth Operator holster nearly every day. How has it held up? What are the ups and downs to this holster? Well, we're going to get into that right now. Okay, so jumping back into the holster review here. It looks like a pretty standard Kydex holster. Starting there, it's not Kydex, it's actually a hardened nylon. It features belt loops that will accept a 1.5 to 1.75 inch belt. So most tactical belts or modern belts will work in this holster. I will recommend upon buying the holster that you go ahead and back the screws out and Loctite them into place, as the company did not do so, and I lost one of the screws very early in the life of the holster. You'll also notice something pretty interesting about it. You'll see that the lines here don't exactly line up with a SIG, do they? That's because the mold is based around a Glock. But it provides retention for just about every single double stack and single stack pistol on the market. As you can see, the M&P is not going anywhere. It does work very, hold it higher up, it does work very well for a wide array of modern handguns. That's what makes this holster so cool, is you really only need one holster in your collection to work for most pistols. Now, the one downside to the material is that it is prone to stretching. So when I first bought this, I was carrying my P250 and my P290 in it. I discovered that it stretched out to the point where it no longer really provides retention for the P290. I do not want to heat up the holster in any way to kind of warp it back into place without fear of really damaging the holster, so I won't be doing that. I'm simply pocket carrying that for now. Over the past 2 years, this holster has been exposed to extreme weather conditions in and outside of vehicles, hikes, shooting range events, training events. Unfortunately, of course, it has no adjustable retention, and once it is stretched out from going back and forth between multiple pistol sizes, there's really not much you can do about that, so you would have to buy a second holster if you plan on using that. Now, there is another model that provides full coverage and protection for a full-size handgun, but I wanted to have lots of options. The holster, of course, rides very snug and tight to your body, which is excellent for an EDC holster. I've been able to conceal carry, subcompact, and even full-size handguns under my Army dress uniform and finely tailored suits in a wide variety of professional and formal events as well. So it's not just a good tactical holster, it's an all-around solid EDC holster. And really the only visible wear even on my P320, and this is basically the only holster I've carried it in thus far, is a little bit of wear right here to the takedown lever. That's it. So it's very soft on the finish of all your handguns, if that's a concern for you as well. You know, it's a carry gun, it's probably going to get a little wear and tear on it anyway, but this will be very gentle on it. Again, I think you'll be pleasantly satisfied with this offering from Phalanx Defense. It is a great option if you are looking to be able to carry a wide array of handguns, especially handguns that should have wider and better holster support. If you've been carrying a concealed firearm for any length of time, we all have that miscellaneous holster collection that just keeps growing, especially as you add more pistols to your collection or you change pistols out of your collection. And that's a really expensive proposition through the years, buying all these holsters and accessories for the growing firearm collection that you may or may not have, or again, just simply switching to the next best pistol or the next best carry method, which of course requires a new holster, either inside the waistband or outside the waistband, and really finding that style of carry that best suits your body type, your pistol, and just your general comfort. Now, again, one of the big strengths of this holster, and I think, is the fact that it's not a rigid Kydex. It does have play to it. It is, unfortunately, of course, it does yield to it stretching out a little bit, but because of its play, and then it is not a really hard material, I think it makes an all-around better EDC holster, because let's face it, your pistol is mostly just going to be bumping into things throughout the course of the day, getting in and out of chairs, getting in and out of your vehicle, maybe bumping into a wall or bumping into people as you move through a crowd. So it's something to bear in mind that, yes, the hard Kydex holsters will probably work very well even in those situations, but the softer material as a whole is probably the reason why this holster still looks exactly the same as it did when I first bought it 2 years ago, and again have been carrying it nearly daily ever since. So again, if you're looking for that next great holster for your holster collection, hopefully the last one you'll ever need, check out the Phalanx Defense Stealth Operator Holster.